It's a pleasure meeting you all with another video. If you know about this, 2020 question number 49 should have been super easy. Conservation of energy is applicable for perfectly elastic collision but not for partially or completely inelastic collision. But why? If your answer was the energy is lost by heat, sound, or any other form of energy, the answer is completely wrong. Check the video to know the concept behind. What happens during a collision? No matter how rigid a body is, initially when colliding, it will deform. After collision, they will regain their shape. This property of materials we called elasticity. With a couple of video, you will understand this clearly. Let's see how hard is a golf ball.
And here we go. Oh.
Now let's see the impact of a club and a golf ball in slow motion at 20,000 frames per second.
But when the club comes into the ball, ball's round, as best as I can do round with my fingers, the club comes into it and this side of the ball goes flat. And there are 3 or 4 frames where the ball looks like a D, flat on this side and round here. And then right before it's done, the backside of the ball pulls in like that and then goes out. When it comes off the club face, the ball is actually longer. It's not round anymore. So it does, spring right off the club face.
This should have given you a better idea about collisions. After collision, if the particles are able to gain their original form, we call them perfectly elastic. After collision, if one of them deforms or otherwise combine together in the sense it's deformation, here it is maybe partially inelastic or completely inelastic. It depends upon the situation. If they combine together, it is perfectly inelastic. If they deform and separate, yet it is partially inelastic collision. In a perfectly elastic collision, the conservation of energy is applicable. The initial energy is equal to the final energy. In a perfectly inelastic collision or partially inelastic collision, the initial kinetic energies are not equal to the final kinetic energy. But we know that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Then where is that energy? It has been converted into another form. If you say the energy is lost as heat or sound, the answer is completely wrong. That's because no matter it's a perfectly elastic collision or a perfectly inelastic collision, there will be a loss of energy due to sound and heat produced. But neglecting them only, we have considered the initial kinetic energy is equal to the final kinetic energy in an elastic collision. So we have neglected those 2 losses. Then how can we assume that the energy has to be lost as heat and sound only for inelastic collision? That's not right. Then where is that energy? To deform, won't it require energy? It requires, right? The energy is converted into internal energy during these types of collisions. Let's think of an inelastic collision. After collision, they combine together, so it's a perfectly inelastic collision. both masses has combined, therefore there is a deformation. Now, portion of the initial kinetic energy is converted into internal energy, equating the energy. Applying the conservation of energy, initial kinetic energy is equal to final kinetic energy plus internal energy U. This is why you are not able to apply the conservation of kinetic energy for an inelastic collision. The initial kinetic energy, a portion of the initial kinetic energy is converted to internal kinetic energy. Then the final kinetic energy will reduce. With these ideas, let us approach 2020 MCQ. With these ideas in mind, let's approach the 2020 question number 49. Box of 2 kg moves with a velocity of 2 meter per second. Box of 6 kg remains at rest. After collision, they combine together and move as a single system. The mass is 8 kg. We will have to find the velocity. We can apply conservation of linear momentum as there is no external forces. Initially it's 4, finally it's 8 into v. Then velocity has to be half. We are supposed to find the maximum energy that is stored in the spring, or otherwise the internal energy. According to our discussion, the initial kinetic energy half m is 2, v squared is 4 is equal to the final kinetic energy half into 8 into 1 half squared, that is 1 by 4, plus the internal energy that is stored. Simplifying, I'll get 4, and simplifying I'll get 1 plus u. So u is equal to 3 joules. They stress the word maximum energy. This gives us the idea to neglect the energy loss by heat and sound. The kinetic energy loss is converted into internal energy only. Hope you found this video helpful. If so, don't forget to share with your friends. Thank you.